we go.
Okay.
It's nice to be recording during the daytime, isn't it? After last week of recording in the middle of the night when everything was dark and cold and we were incredibly tired. And now it's bright and sunny everywhere and really warm and everything is on fire and a little bit of me wants to die. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
Hey.
It's the hottest day of the year and we are recording a podcast. We are playing Pathfinder. Like the nerds we are, sitting in the warm. Oh my goodness! But
The way we like to do it.
It's dedication.
That's how we roll. But it is a very
I've-
exciting special.
I put a hat on to
You have
catch
put a
my
hat on.
sweat because the last time that I tried to sort of record something like this in a hot inside area, I sweated into my own eyeballs so much it was stinging. I couldn't see, so I've got a special hat on. And it says "Make humanity great again." There you go.
Amazing.
There you go.
Thank you
I love
for
sweating
sharing that
into my
very
eyeballs.
graphic detail. Trump.
That is
Yeah,
definitely a
very cool.
cause worth sweating into. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm straight.
Run on,
No,
brother.
I've got extra talc at the ready, obviously.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like we should all have a little pot of drums talc and just sort of puff it in the
No.
air every now and then, just to get the full sense of a proper record. You know. It's,
Wait till we got a merch stall up. That'll be going. He talked up on the live stream the other week. It was
he
There's
did.
no stopping him.
Yeah.
This is a very special episode of the Danger Club podcast. A very
Why
special
is that,
couple of
Dan?
episodes. I will tell you why that is, Colin. Thank you for. It is because we have got not just the six of us today. We have got someone else joining us. We are being joined for this little adventure by the very funny, the star of comedy, of Live at the Apollo, the amazing Hoovering podcast, the Guilty Feminist, Motherland, so many things, and the may I say modestly attended 2009 Edinburgh Fringe show, Pecker and Foo Save the World. Yes, it's Jessica Fostekew.
Yay!
What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I've come here because I like these men. These are nice men. I don't know what I'm doing. I've dragged myself out of a paddling pool for this. Carry on.
And we appreciate you doing so.
Yes, I'm going to learn. I think I'm going to learn things about magic.
You're gonna learn. It's gonna be
That's
fun.
funny because like the first encounter is going to be us dragging ourselves into a paddling pool, and we'll probably fail that.
Yeah. So we get like Jess and me and Drummond go way back to like we all met in the same awful tourist attraction years and years ago. Where later on the rest of the Danger Club then met Drummond and I. So we've all had the same origin. Like the earliest
Years
parts,
after I'd been fired.
Yes.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
It all happened. Happened to all of us in the end. But that was like the earliest part of our friendship when we were doing stand up and working in this place. It's just like Jess, you appearing sort of out of a door dressed as a medieval peasant and being like, what's a job that's like a lollipop lady but sounds better, and just like scribbling like gag ideas and stuff, and always writing a set. Now we're here.
God.
Yeah. We've come so far, guys. We've come so
Oh, my
far.
goodness.
I mean, we've worryingly come so not very far.
Could have come further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have come. Oh, yeah. Room for improvement. That's going to be a T-shirt on Instagram, isn't it?
That'll be John's next cap.
Should have come further. Yeah.
It's all right because all the theatres are going to reopen soon, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Life's in ruin.
Hey, at least public
smiling.
toilets are open. That's always a good thing.
Yes.
At least
and-
the toilets are open.
Yeah.
Because that's
no,
a
public
place
toilets.
that you would never ever catch anything.
Is that going to be your next gig, Ross? You're looking for your
Yeah.
next
Yeah,
gig?
right.
Yeah.
Toilet.
Immersive theatre.
I guess we are looking
Come
for
to
ways
Hampstead
to like.
Heath.
Yeah,
Played worse.
yeah.
Fair.
So, Jess, have you ever played a role-playing game before?
No,
Do you have any idea what this kind of game is going to be like?
no.
Amazing! This is
Yeah.
going to be so much fun.
Fantastic.
So we are playing a game called Pathfinder. It is a game set in a fantasy world about having adventures, and basically anything you do, you're going to be rolling a die, adding a number, and if you get the total number if you get a number that I know you need, then you've succeeded. If you haven't, you've failed. That is basically the premise of it. Don't smirk at me.
No, it's a good explanation. It's a good explanation. What I'm just saying is that it makes it sound like it's Dan's Guess the Number, which makes it sound like a
It's
Saturday
an
evening
18,
like,
yeah.
quiz show. Like, what number is Dan holding? Let's find out. You die.
I'm very, given how bad I am at remembering to keep up the standard DC scores for certain encounters, it often is that. Like, so much of GMing is I guess that's fine. It's just making that up.
Judgment calls, mate.
But we will
James
guide
has got. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we will go through this. If you're if you're listening to the show, obviously this is going to be a little bit more like some of our earlier shows, or maybe a bit like some ones when we had Rachel on a year or so ago, where we're going to be talking about the rules a bit more as we go. But that's nice. It means if you've never played Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you can learn a little bit as we go. So, shall we jump in and have a little adventure?
I think hell yes.
I think so, yeah.
I'm
It's already the
excited.
best game ever.
Why not?
Yeah,
Right.
let's do this. Come on.
Thankfully, no one said no. So.
No, I'm just going to go. See you
Have an
later.
adventure? Nah,
I'm going to say before we start, actually,
paddling pool,
James. Before we start, James has got a really good explanation of like how to play the game. Do you remember your sandbox? Like the way that you explained it to me, and I think you explained it to Rachel as well. You said, "Oh, this is like a sandbox, and you can do anything."
That's after Dan's Guess the Number. Is you have to get in the sandbox, and we all get
Yeah.
out of that and go
Yeah.
into Jess's paddling pool.
And the
And then we
sand is
find-
actually is made of shame and disappointment, and you sort of roll about it lots, and then you get confused, and then you just sort of crawl away. It's done.
Okay. Yeah, I
But
said
no. But effectively, it is exactly that. Now you have a sort of character that you can do things with ability scores, and then you have a sandbox that you can play around in and have fun.
I'd say it's storytelling. It's storytelling.
Storytelling.
Impro.
Improvisation.
Improvise storytelling.
Yeah.
So, we begin our improvised story in the city of Urgia. Urgia is the capital city of Belkston. Don't worry about all these names. It is the city of the orcs in Galarian. It's where lots of orcs live, and one particular half-orc who lives in this city has just returned to Urgia after a weekend away, visiting somebody. Jess, love this, getting some notes, getting the character sheet. Jess, as we look down at the streets of Urgia, sort of dirty city streets, there's a lot of orcs there, big, tough, green, pointy teeth. They're going about their business. They've got market stalls around. It's busy. There's a lot of hubbub going on. It's market day in the city. So you can see there are wagons being pulled and stalls being set up. And you've just returned back to your pub that you own here in the city after being away. So as the camera kind of pulls down into this and this character walks into the shop, can you tell us who is it who walks into our shop? Who have we got? Who's your character?
Me? Who am I?
Yeah, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hi.
Tell us.
I am.
tell us a bit about you.
Hi, I'm Smashwangle, and I'm a half orc,
Amazing.
and I own this pub.
Excellent.
And then
This
do
is-
I get to make the rest up?
Yeah, you can
Yes.
make anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's up
well,
to you.
I'm very
It's the sandbox.
I'm very popular. But I'm very popular, but with the wrong kind of crowd. How sort of family friendly is this?
I mean,
Say
not.
what you want.
No,
to,
no.
I'm an absolutely prolific lovemaker. Very not picky at all. Not
Whoa,
very
stop,
picky.
stop.
Not picky at all. What else? My favourite colour's a colour that none of us have ever heard of before, called
Whoa.
Churple.
Sure. Are you male or female, Jess? Smash
I'm gonna be female.
Right.
Smashwangle, the prolific lover who owns a pub, is making you're making your way back into the city. However, as you make your way through the streets, you see up ahead, you see your pub. What is your pub called? It can be called anything you like.
The Knight's Finger.
Knight's Finger.
Nice.
Oh my
Is that night with a K or?
Yeah, with a K.
Nice.
You see that the Knight's Finger which should be wide open. When you went away, where did you go for? You went away for a weekend. Where did you go?
Plymouth, actually.
Oh right, nice.
Hugely underrated. And it's got a bad rep, but it's actually got a lovely vibe.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to write an adventure set.
Come on, Dan. What does Plymouth look like in Belton? Let's all go there.
Right.
Just like everywhere else in the world, there's always a
There we
Plymouth
go.
everywhere you
Add
go,
that on my
even
map over
here.
So after a weekend in Plymouth, you come back to the Knight's Finger, and you see that the Knight's Finger at the moment is boarded up. It's closed up. It's closed up. It should be busy. So when you went away, you left the cook, you left your assistant Gendrew in charge of the pub. He was supposed to be taking care of the whole place, and now you've come back and it's all closed up. You've only been gone a couple of days, and standing around outside it, you can see 5 people. I can't count. You can see 5 people standing around outside it, looking up at the closed sign that is hanging in the door. Would you like to describe, Ross, who is one of the people who is standing outside?
A human man called Joey Jungle. He's got a blonde mohawk with shaved sides. He's got a little bit of wheat in his mouth. He's got dungarees on, but cloth dungarees, because jeans don't exist like the jean material. So cloth dungarees, and a handlebar mustache as well. And yeah, basically, I don't know if you know who I'm basing it on. So yeah, it's basically that person. From a very popular documentary on Netflix.
Excellent.
Oh, and he's got an owl on his shoulder as well.
Easily forgotten detail there.
Yeah, he's got an owl called
Fantastic.
Simon Cowell.
I do love that documentary on John Major. I think it's I really.
Oh my
Simon
goodness.
Cowell.
Simon Cowell. Is it like with an apostrophe, like in fantasy stuff? Tremendous. Let's have. How about James? Who else is there? I think we've got a few characters that maybe go together.
Yep. So there's a large, again, he's sort of human-looking, 6'2", very muscly, big. One would say a barbarian type. He's got long, sort of quite dark red hair, quite short red hair, and very strange sort of yellow eyes. He's wearing a large sword across his back, a breastplate on his over his chest, and he's wearing sort of loose-fitting cotton trousers. And he's regarding the surroundings with a rather sort of amused air and a cocked eyebrow.
Very good. So he's definitely barbarian looking, but sort of human looking. He's more barbarian than that.
Well, the thing is that he's human looking, but maybe he's got some other traits to him. Maybe there's something hidden.
A bit like the fictional character my son pronounces Bruce Banger.
Yes, yeah, perhaps a little bit like that. Yeah,
little bit. Amazing. Drummond, who else is standing by there?
Okay, so there's a gnome. He's a tiny gnome. He's very small. He's got sort of sharp eyes. Good for looking with. And he's also
that's what you use him for.
Yeah, exactly.
What does he do with his feet? What does he do with his ears? What could they be used for?
Incredibly, he's got great feet for walking with. He's a wanderer, and he's very leafy. He's leafy to look at, right? You know, he's sort of. If you look at him hard enough and for long enough, you might even see a sort of a color changing, a shimmering about him, because he is a chameleon gnome. So you know, if you watched him sleep, for instance. Which, if you do that, you're creepy. But if you did do that, then you might see him change colour in his sleep as he dreams. He's got a little backpack on. He's got a tiny little crossbow, and he's sort of he looks energetic. That's him. He's got like a sort of little beard and stuff as well. It's
right.
Yeah.
He hasn't got like an Irish accent, has he, Drummond?
He hasn't actually.
Good.
No.
Good.
Why's that? Why?
I don't know, I was just getting lucky. But I was getting lucky.
We can never do Irish characters, and because we risk that our buddy Jerry might one day listen to the podcast and be incredibly offended.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, did you need a name, by the way?
Go on, give us a name.
All right,
His name Michael might have guessed.
his name is Keyvan Burvine.
Fans of our Fall of Plaguestone special are getting very excited right now. That was a while ago. Scott, who is standing with Keyvan Burvine and the others?
I'm just reeling from the fact that genes don't exist in this universe. Ross, you've absolutely slain me. I still don't. How
Sorry,
am I
mate. I've made that decision now.
Oh, do you mean genies? Because I feel like one is more likely to come up than the other.
No, I mean like people with the name Gene. There's
No
no
one is
Gene.
called
So Gene Genie from David Bowie's back catalogue is there's no chance.
No Gene Hackman.
No Gene Hackman.
No,
Gene Wilder would have been a great druid, not anymore.
They were hunted down in the Great Gene Purge of '78. So
Dan's writing it.
They've made the gene pool a little bit smaller.
hey,
The gene purge
Thanks very
started
much.
in Plymouth.
Cheers. Thanks for that.
This is all canon. All canon.
It started in Plymouth. The gene purge started in Plymouth. Never mind.
it started and ended in Plymouth.
It's all right. We got it.
Standing next to these two idiots is another idiot. Is a man, humanoid? Question mark. Is he? Do you care? He looks adroit and deft. He has faintly purplish skin over which is dappled a couple of strange tattoos and a couple of nubbins on his heads that could be horns, could just be warts. Nonetheless, what
Did you just say
He
nubbins?
said his heads.
that might have been a glitch. I definitely
I like
said
how
head.
Drum and
Oh, just
James
a head.
both said
Okay,
different things.
yeah.
James went, did you say nubbins?
Yeah, I know, and I did say nubbins. They could be nubbins, but they could be horns, maybe. Who knows? You might actually. I hang out with you all the time. He's certainly, speaking of creepily watching Keyvan when he sleeps, this guy's name is Brimbone, and he's definitely watched Keyvan when he sleeps before. It's kind of creepy. He's got a very dashing and questionable waistcoat. He looks odd, and he's also got a pointed, crooked eyebrow. More pointed, in fact, than Uthgar's, because he's got pointier eyebrows.
I feel like we've set up the idea of Drummond's character sleeping so much now that it's now going to be weird if we don't watch him while he sleeps at some point. Like Chekhov's sleeping gnome.
Actually, before we carry on, Scott did just mention my name. I didn't mention my name. It's Uthgar Havanax.
Uthgar, Keyvan, and Brimbone all together.
Maybe you've heard these.
And then finally, standing with them, Colin. Who have we got here? Just not a fan favorite character or anything.
Now we got a little human standing about 5'9". He's got shaved hair around the sides and back, sticks up on the top. Not quite a Mohican, but it's definitely Mohawk, but it's definitely growing into one. He's wearing leather armor, which has got some little metal chains and like rings hanging from it here and there. And over that, he wears a nice sheepskin waistcoat. He's got light brown striped trousers and big brown boots. Oh, his big brown boots. And when he stands there, he looks quite solid, quite strong, you know. He's got a nice solid stance. He's got a constant sort of half smile on his face, like everything doesn't have to be serious, but can be explained with some logic. And his name is Rory Bavori Aldori.
Hooray! Welcome back.
Very nice.
Rory
back.
Rory. I look forward to not being able to edit any intros from Rory. Such long sentences. Right, so the group of you, the former heroes of Plaguestone and your new friends. So you have been escorting a merchant caravan through Belkson, which has just arrived here in Orgia. So you've effectively just finished a job, and you've been looking for somewhere to stay. You heard that the Knight's Finger was a good place to stay. It was well reviewed around adventurers. It matters that they review things, and you went to it to find to see if you could find somewhere to stay, but you have found that it is closed, and find some people have left the building, and the building seems to be locked, closed up. As you are standing looking at it, wondering what else to do, because everywhere else seems to be booked up at this point. It's a real destination place, is Orgia. You have to really book ahead of time. You can't just roll up. It's not Brighton. But you, as you do this, you see a half-orc walking towards you as Smashwangle comes walking up out of along the street towards the pub, and you see her approaching. What would you like to do?
I call out to her and say, "Excuse me, miss, Miss, excuse me, I'm sorry. I was hoping to frequent this establishment. It's come up in my Urgir guide as the best place in all of Urgir for a nice nap, and I'm quite particular about these kinds of things. Any idea what's going on?
I'd have to say, I'm absolutely livid about this. When I left, it was all looking great. I had 5 stars on Quest Advisor.
Right.
I'm going to lose those.
So hold on. What you own this place?
Yeah, sorry, I should have said. This is my pub, the Knight's Finger. This is my pride and joy. This is my it's my object baby. And when I left, it was packed and fine. I left my chef Gendru in charge, and I don't know what's gone on, and I'm determined to find out.
Well, bloody hell, mate. I think we need to get to the bottom of this.
Or to the point, I'm highly impressed that you managed a 5-star rating at all on Quest Advisor. I've only heard of 4.6s and 4.7s, but you yourself have a full 5. Tell us the alchemical secret. How did you manage it?
Bribing my bribery and scuppering my rivals by putting bad reviews on their inns.
Quite interesting because lots of people tend to put reviews on there, and they're stupid, aren't they? Because they put sort of they say, oh, the service was excellent, the room was fantastic, I had such a nice time, but I was hungry, and then they give it 2 stars for some stupid reason like that. Hello, my name's Rory.
I tend to accept things on face value myself, to be honest. I thought, fair enough. I want to experience the Knight's Finger. That's what I was thinking. And now I can't.
Now, hold on. I'm not. I think we probably still can. I mean, we've got the owner right here. Okay.
Oh.
She said it was up and rocking before she went away for the
5
weekend.
stars. It was 5
5
stars.
stars, mate.
5 of them.
Let's
Yes,
not
I
give up
would
so
like
easily.
to.
We're adventurers, aren't we? Come on.
I would like to stay here if I can, definitely, yes.
Excuse me, if you would like some help in restoring the Knight's Finger to its former glory, why, you have come upon no less than 3 seasoned adventurers, for we are members of Sick Wolf.
Yeah, that's right. Sick
Oh.
Wolf. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I'm working
Wait a
on
minute.
it.
You do it when
Can
I
you say
cue
that
you.
again?
All
You
right.
do it when
okay, let's try that.
you heard the cue. I gave you the prep. It was a rising voice. That was
You're
the
right.
cue.
Right.
You're right. Let's try it again. Come on.
Yep.
3
Ready?
seasoned members of Sick Wolf.
Oh, I messed it up again.
There we go.
You
I
get the
just
gist.
get excited.
I'd love to take you up on your kind offer, but not until you can do that wolf noise in harmony.
Oh God, she's put us on the spot. That's fair enough.
Right, hold on,
Well,
mate.
we've been training for this, lads. Right.
I
Sweating.
mean-
I'm sweating.
Can I just say, there's very high chances I'm going to try and sleep with all of you.
Good
She's
Lord.
famously prolific as an orc as he walks past.
Also, because of the way we're having this conversation, that might be quite difficult to get in unison.
I think you should find it incredibly hard to sleep with me. I'm as chaste as unleavened bread. Now, Sick Wolf, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
You see,
all right.
so you can't
Nailed
do
it.
Yeah,
that-
smashed it. Well done.
I
What
felt
are we
like
gonna
that went
do
very
then?
well.
Yeah. So you've got no idea what the problem is. It's just all shut up, right? So.
Yeah, so shut up. It was running. The whole business was fit as a fiddle before I went
All right.
on my
But-
holidays.
First
I
things
can
first.
tell you what the problem is, says a
Whoa.
voice. As you look over and you see a
That was
large
helpful.
orc wearing a black hood, staring across from you. He says, "This pub is haunted. I was staying here but 2 days ago when a great noise erupted from the kitchens and everyone fled from the premises. It's been closed up since then. I've had to get an Airbnb," and he points across to the road to where Derek, the air elemental, runs his bed and breakfast. Derek's a dick. He just kind of flips you off as he waves in some more customers.
Sorry, mate. Did you say
How does he get
haunted?
customers?
It's haunted.
Now I'm going to have to stop you there, mate, because I'm really not sure I believe in ghosts. So, so I think you're having a laugh.
It can all be explained with alchemy and magic. It's very rational, really, if you think about it.
Exactly. That's
and you
exactly what I
said-
was thinking.
You said there was a massive noise from the kitchen, right? Could you give an impression of this noise for us? Just what this ghostly sound was like?
It was a terrifying crashing and a banging noise, as if a great tempest had erupted from the kitchen, knocking everything aside.
That was a description, not an impression. I'm more of an audio sort of person. So could you describe the noises like
Thump, bang. I'm not really. It's not really my thing. I'm not. It's not. Are you doing scat? What do you?
I don't know.
You don't do noises. Is that what you're saying? You don't really do noises. You don't.
I know.
You can't really create them.
Exactly. It's not really. It's not what I'm a graphic artist. I'm a visual thinker, not an audio.
Well, could you paint the noise for us then, please? Could you paint the noise?
I bet Derek could do this. I bet you could. Couldn't you, Derek? I have an access to Derek.
Derek gives you a thumbs up.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, I actually do happen to know a lot of graphic artists. Brimbone does look like a minimalist hipster dipped in treacle. I know a lot of graphic artists, actually, and I will not have their careers deigned upon in this way. But you say that it is... Excuse me, proprietor, what is your name, milady?
Smash Wrangle.
I loved
I mean,
hearing
I already
that.
knew that from the guide, you see. Could have just looked it up.
Oh, you listed actually in the guide, so I haven't been paying attention to Keevan's guide. Last time he took it on a guide thing.
I
It led
think
us to 3
one of
badges.
the reasons why I get the 5 stars on Quest Advisor and it's so prominent in the guide is because I'm quite personable.
I'd agree with that. You seem very amenable.
as a landlady. Yeah, I mean, I'm open-minded about ghosts. I wonder, should we pull all the boarding off and go and see what's inside? If we,
I think that's the only way to sort this out, isn't it? To have a look inside.
Whoa. Sorry, who are you? Who are you?
Well, I've been here the whole time talking with you. It's weird that you haven't acknowledged
he did introduce
me.
himself as Rory.
He was kind of on our last little, he was a part of the last little thing that we did. You remember that pond that we went to and we caught that massive crab shark? You remember that?
I've been
he was
helping.
right
I've been helping with the the transport of this caravan.
Yeah,
Sorry, it's just whenever I talk to you, there's just, I think my innate magical abilities place like a big marker over you to protect myself.
It's like when I try and think of you, I sort of slip off like a bar of soap or something like that.
Can't quite place it. Yeah, I need to use my third eye to
It's
locate
a really
it.
interesting way of explaining how I make you feel.
It's a very, very useful power, actually. You can disappear, just by talking. It's amazing. I've got a lot of use for that.
Hang on. Were you the one who threw his sword at the that horse in the caravan?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh,
Don't
no.
confuse me with Slippery Hound Jim.
I love that slippery hand, Jim. He's a card.
My hands are notoriously dry, actually. There's only once in my life they've ever been slippery. And it's not a good story, so I'm not going to tell it right now, actually.
Right. Listen.
Yes.
Rory,
yes.
Yes, I'm doing it again. We could rip off all the boards and go inside, Smash Wrangle. I think that'd be a great idea, and we could plumb the depths of the strange mysteries that are inside here. Or we could just point across the road and just call out the air elemental for being the ghost. Do you want to do that now, or we could just cut to the chase right now? Do you want to do the board thing, or we could just bring
Who do you think's the ghost, Derek?
Is Derek his name? You have a rival in Derek, is that correct?
Yes.
This man over here, why, he said a great whooshing and a crashing, so it seems that you have been sabotaged by a rival. If you would like to go and eliminate him straight away, that'll be a service of, I don't know, a few gold coins. We've got nothing else better to do.
True.
I really want to rip all the boards off.
All right, can't argue with that. Let's go kick some shit in.
Yeah, why don't you rip the boards off and then throw them at Derek? How's about that?
Perfect.
There we go.
2 birds, 1 Derek.
I like
Derek
it.
looks nervous.
2 boards, 1 Derek.
Boom.
You see what I...
Same
Nice one,
joke,
Rory,
same
boss
joke,
Rory.
Rory.
Well, it was just, it's fine to join in, isn't it?
By this point, Havanax is gleefully ripping the boards off the Knight's Finger.
All right, so you start together. You all start tearing the boards from the walls. At which point, you notice another character who he's been introduced, but you kind of haven't noticed there's someone else gathering around. Ross, what is going on with Joey?
He's just playing with his owl, just in the street. Just he's got it on his arm, just going, "Go, go, fly, fly," and it just stands and look. It's just on my arm, just looking at me. Fly, fly! Come on, man! You're embarrassing me. Oh, don't worry about that. What's going on? What we doing? Hey, gang. My name's Joey Jungle. Hello. You probably saw me helping you guys out earlier. Yeah, I was there in the background. You know, I have an owl. Owl.
I remember the owl. I thought it was just on its own.
No. It's me, Joey Jungle. I'm an owl sanctuary owner. You know, I own many owl sanctuaries. All of them have gone bust, but the last one I had in Sandpoint. And then basically there was 14 male owls, and I was getting a shipment of 14 females. But it turns out one of the owls was like made out to look like a guinea pig. Well, it was a guinea pig. I found out. Somebody told me, one of the helpers told me that it was just a guinea pig stuck with feathers and poo.
This is a highly implausible story that I don't think would hold up in any good narrative storytelling exercise.
I mean, who on earth would roll a guinea pig in, I don't know, like owl poop and cut it in feathers? I mean, that's
that's what I said.
I don't know if it's terribly,
but I swear to God, if I find that culprit, I'm gonna kill them. I bet you it was my arch nemesis.
Derek.
Yeah, it could be fucking Derek. Hey, Derek.
Probably Derek.
Hey, Derek.
Derek looks at you.
Do you roll guinea pigs in guano and feathers?
Do we think you killed your husband?
Derek looks suddenly panicked and goes back inside.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Get out of here. Get out of here now.
A moment later, he comes out with he comes out with a bin, and you see him start to throw papers into it and start setting them on fire.
That's Derek.
Joey, I think you should help us out here, and you seem like a very nice man, and one day maybe we'll find that bloody culprit of the hamster owl scenario, which is very strange. But let's not go blaming people on the guinea pig.
You know what?
Let's not just go blaming people on the streets.
Hey, I got one of my owls from it though, so you know I went in there. This is hello. This is Simon Cowell. Say hello,
Simon.
Hello, Simon.
I could maybe send it overhead and sort of do a swoop of the area.
Well, I mean, we're going into the pub.
Yeah, like Brimbone and Uthgar, like Havanax, have got their hands on the boards this entire time. They just looked over their shoulders this entire bit, just waiting for Joey to stop talking.
The only thing that's changed is that I'm pulling the boards off a bit quieter.
I can't believe you got 5 stars on that. I only ever got 1 star, and that was myself that I gave me that. But I had to do a different.
Why did you give yourself 1 star, mate?
Well, because I didn't want to big myself up too much. Because if you give yourself 5, that's really unrealistic. So I gave myself 1.
4.
I respect your lack of self-esteem. That's definitely
there's room for improvement. If you go, there's always room for improvement. If you go for 1, then there's always you want to go up. If you go 5, only go down. Go up.
You're worried about learning a new game, but we're halfway through the first episode. We've not rolled a dice yet.
Yeah.
All right, let's get in this. This
is progress for us.
Yeah.
I want to open the door.
I'm very
clipping pace.
Deeply perturbed by this Joey man's abilities. However, seeing you put forth your own mystery and immediately solve it by pinning it on Derek means you have a 100% track record so far. I propose you temporarily join the Sick Wolf Company.
All right.
Oh,
I have to like do
Oh.
Smash Wrangle's really good at it.
Oh my! I genuinely thought there was a wolf by me. Oh, that's amazing.
Come on, Simon, do the owl. Do the howl. Ooh, ooh.
Simon regards you with disinterest.
He just needs a little T-shirt with that printed on, doesn't he? Just to wear it.
So you pull the boards down from the door and push the door of the pub open, making your way into the tap room. The main tap room, the main area of the pub, seems to be in a state of some disarray. It's as if everyone kind of left quite quickly. There are still tables and things set out. You can still see there are some plates of half-eaten food. There are some mugs that have been knocked over and spilled. The bar is at the back of the room. There is a big banner hanging behind it with the symbol of the empty hand, who are the orcs who live in this city. And there's lots of drinks and mixers and things up on the bar. There is a staircase that goes upstairs to the bedroom. And there's a hatch behind the bar, that will go down to the kitchens themselves. Looking around, you can see there is a broom lying discarded by the bar itself. The curtains are pulled closed, and there is still a menu left discarded on the nearest table, lying there, waiting to be read.
So Havanax would immediately start to minesweep.
Okay.
Blop, 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 just anything that's going.
Amazing. Havanax, you start grabbing grabbing every drink. And start making...
Is there anything different about this place apart from all the shit that's everywhere? But is there anything different?
Yeah, actually, it smells of pencils.
You're right. It does smell of pencils.
Yeah.
I thought that was just the general ambience, but
like shavings of pencils.
I'm getting hints.
It could be shavings of pencils. It could be someone's recently had some Earl Grey.
I'm getting hints of HB. Definitely, I can smell that. It's a soft pencil, that's for sure. Someone's been drawing in here. They've been doing a lot of drawing.
No one likes a soft pencil. I tell you what, that's.
Well, I mean, except for artists,
That's
what I'm saying.
It's a modern time. Artists or people who are trying to draw on something in space or upside down.
Whoa.
Well, Havanax just looks at the drink he's just drunk and it's like, whoa, he's twisting my melon.
Hey, well, there's only two places where people shave pencils, and that's in studies and sometimes the bedroom. That's where I used to do my shaving with my pencils. So we should probably go upstairs, have a look at the office area, because there may be some pencils in there.
And of course, at the bedrooms, the places that people would stay in.
Oh, hang on a minute. Should we look in the kitchen? Wasn't that where the ghostly noise originated from, eh?
Well
We're
remembered,
looking for
mate.
pencils,
well
aren't we?
done.
Well, maybe it's a ghost pencil. The ghost of pencils
Holy
past.
shit, Bob.
And sometimes people use pencils in kitchens, don't they, to write down orders and maybe do a sketch of their friends or
Stab an aubergine.
Stab an aubergine.
Stab an
yes.
aubergine. I love a stabbed aubergine, me. It's fabulous.
Bloody good dish, that stabbed aubergine.
Absolutely delicious.
Oh,
That's
I
how
can
you.
go for
That's,
them.
that's the first point on any recipe for baba ganoush. Stabbing with a pencil.
Baba Ganoush. I'm pretty sure we worked with Baba Ganoush a couple of times.
Yeah, I think he was that crime lord, wasn't he? Yeah, Baba Ganoush.
So you
I
open the
used to
hatch.
go out with him.
Oh, I tell you what, he's a hard aubergine, that one.
I will add
That's
Baba
why you got to
Ganoush.
stab him with a pencil first. Stab him with an HB. Soften him up a
I
bit.
wouldn't stab Baba Ganoush with a pencil. He's a lot of trouble.
So Baba Ganoush now joins Plymouth and cloth dungarees as something that exists in our world. You open the hatch and you have a look down the stairs towards where the kitchens are. The door to the kitchen is closed, and a chair has been shoved under the door handle to try and bar it, try and keep it closed. As you go down and look, you see the door is also locked.
Can I make a perception check to listen at the door to see if I can hear anything?
You can.
The first roll of the game.
Go ahead, roll a d20, add your perception score.
So that's 9 on the die, so that's 14.
A 14. You listen, you can hear some knocking and some sounds of some pots and pans being knocked over.
I can hear knocking and pots and pans.
Is there a gap under the door? Like a gap.
I mean, a very, very tiny gap. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna
Surprisingly
look under
well-fitted doors in this fantasy universe.
Yeah.
Real craftsman's work.
It's not like a cat flap. Like it's a door, Ross. It's a functioning
Yeah, I know,
door.
but you could peer under the gap. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, you can try. You can certainly-
as a gnome, I could probably almost fit. I mean, not quite, but I could.
You can't-
I could
you-
definitely
no,
get
you're a
right
gnome.
down there.
You're a gnome. You can't flatten your rib cage like a mouse. Same thing.
You're not Eugene from the X-Files.
Nice.
Flexible than
Good
the rest of
reference.
us.
But I'm the closest to the floor. I'll take a look.
Yeah.
Is this because
Is
you've
the
got...
smell of pencils getting stronger?
No, the smell of pencils, if anything, has gotten weaker since you've come down these stairs. But it was much stronger the smell of pencils was much stronger in the tap room upstairs.
I open the door and walk in.
The door is locked.
Oh.
So do we need some
See, there was
strength?
a reason.
Rimbo just rolls his eyes at everyone and goes, "Oh, let me do it," and just goes to the door and goes, "Oh, fuck, it's
It's locked.
We tried turning it the other way.
Make it unlocked then, Uthgar." And Brimbone steps aside.
Has anyone got a key?
No, come on, we do this. This was me setting you up for the big
Smash Wrangle.
I
Do you
was
have a
smashing.
set of keys?
Well, I mean, I could smash the door, but the owner's right behind me.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
smash.
keen for you to. I'm keen for you to smash the door.
Rory kicks the door.
Rory
Well, they
kicks
call a
the
smash
door.
wrangle.
So
Would you
go
like to
ahead and give
smash?
me an athletics check, Rory.
Athletics check.
Go ahead
Here
and
we
roll
go.
me athletics.
It is a 16.
16, you kick the door. The door does not budge. The door
Oh!
is
Hang on.
solid.
I'm going to give it another kick. There we go. That's quite a lot. That's 24.
24, the door rattles in its hinges, but it does not break.
I'll
Maybe
give
we
it a
should
kick. I'll give it.
That's all right.
Can I give it like a sidebar? Can I put the side of my body into it?
You put your side of your body into it. All right, so we're going
But
to
you
do...
have to tell me what to do.
Yes, I will. It is a skill check. So you have got, on the right-hand side of your character sheet, you've got a bit that says skills. So I want you to look up the one that says athletics.
Yeah.
I think we use a 6 because I've got the character sheet.
Yeah.
So roll a d20 on your on your app. Roll a 20-sided die and add 6 to that. Tell me what you get.
12, 18.
18, solid. It's
Nice.
not enough to knock the door open though. So you slam into it as well. You have bought very good doors. Knowing your own habit for kicking down your own doors, you've invested in some really solid doors so that they can stand up to that kind of behaviour.
Shall we try this all together? The three of us.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely haven't got the key.
No, you
No.
left the key with Gendru.
Right?
Yeah. I'm worried that Gendru's in there, dead of pencil stabbing like an aubergine.
Yes, absolutely. Yes,
Lead
nobody likes to
poisoning.
see that.
Oh,
So
no.
as you're banging it, you hear a noise from the tap room upstairs. It sounds like something small and wooden falling over, a little clatter on wood.
That sounds like a broom falling over.
Or a pencil.
Yeah, maybe they.
pencil.
If you,
Or maybe even a broom made of pencils, eh? Yeah. You ever thought of that?
Or a bunch of pencils that have been... No, this is getting silly, isn't it?
You're absolutely right. Let's find out more.
Let's go!
Okay.
We can't. That's the point. Brimbone just knocks on the door and goes, "Hello, could you let us in? We're trying to solve a mystery."
There is no reply from the other side.
You swine, I will eat you. I will find where you live and I will cleave the shadow from your very being and I will use it to roll my cigarettes and I don't even smoke.
I'm gonna
Keyman
try and
takes that
smash it.
as...
I was gonna say I'll try and smash it down.
Yeah, I was going to take out the Keyvan takes out his machete and starts hacking at the door.
Okay,
It's going to take so long.
Keyvan starts hacking tiny chips of wood out of the door with a machete. Joey
Don't worry,
Jungle.
pals. I've got this. Here we go. Smash, smash, smash.
16.
Joey Jungle rolls lower than anyone so far and just runs into the door.
I tell you what, while you're doing this, because this door hasn't got much longer to live, I can tell. I'll go and look at the upstairs.
I'll come
Yeah.
with you, actually. Yeah.
All right, so
I won't.
I'm gonna try and get this door open. It's my new
Right.
arch nemesis.
So Havanax
Is it
and
weakening
Rory,
the door?
you're going
The-
upstairs.
the-
Smashwangle, what are you doing? Are you going to stay down outside the door with the others, or are you going to go up and investigate the noise?
I'm going to stay down outside the door because I'm big and strong and I really want to know if Gendry's in there dead.
Ah, all right. So you, the two of you go upstairs, Rory and Havanax. You go back up to the tap room and you have a look around. Nothing on the surface seems any different. But can I get perception checks from you both as you look around the tap room to see if anything has changed?
Not so good. That's a 13 for me.
11 for me.
So perceptive, the two of you. So
Can't
you
see
go
the
and you,
pencils.
I was saying, no, 13 as well, sorry.
okay. Oh, two 13s. You start searching around the pub to try and see if anything has changed. Most of the mugs seem to be where they were. The broom seems to be where it is. You pick up you pick up the menu and have a look at that. It says returning favourites meat, which is reassuring to see. And as you're looking down at it, you hear just a faint scribbling sort of noise, seem to be coming from the table. And as you lower the menu and look to the side, you can see that there are about 5 pencils lying on the table in front of you, scratching away. One of them is just moving ever so slightly, as if it's trying to write on the air. And as you stare at them, they suddenly fly up out of the table and move to attack you as the menu in your hands, Rory, lunges for your face as well. A terrifying swooshing noise behind you, Havanac, kicks up as the broom lunges from where it's leading and launches itself at you as you are attacked by pencils, menu, and broom. And we are going to roll for initiative.
Yeah.
First fight.
Yeah, I was going to say, Walt Disney runs this pub, it seems. They've come in and they've taken over.
We watched Snow White, the 1930s version, the other day, because we finished all the Marvel films, so now it's Disney movies. That's what we're on to now. And there is no through line to that plot. This story of she moves in with the dwarves and they love her and they take care of her. She's there for one night. She cooks them one meal. She cleans the house. She doesn't even clean it. She gets the animals to clean the house and then makes them sleep in the cupboards while she has all the beds. She's terrible. She's a tyrant. Let's have a
You're angry about Snow White?
I'm furious about Snow White, Drummond.
Sorry.
Don't even get me started on Pinocchio. That's going to be the theme of podcast for a little while now. That's what I'm watching now. Right. To roll initiative, Jess, it's a perception score. So just above your skills, you've got one that says perception. Roll a d20 and tell me what you get on that. So what initiative is whenever anything is time sensitive. So when it's a fight, it goes in turns based on who noticed it was dangerous first. So that's why we roll a perception, and that will give us a number. So
I've got a number on the dice.
Okay, and then you want to add whatever your so your perception is 3, so add 3 to that.
19.
19 for Smashwangle. Excellent. Right, Joey Jungle, what we got?
18 for Joey.
18 for Joey. Looking good.
I'm throwing a perception here then.
It's a perception, yes, Keelan, yes.
That is a 25 for Havanax. That's a natural 20 on the dice.
Tremendous.
That's good.
Rory Bravory, what's going on with you?
25 as well. What are the chances of that? We rolled a 13 and a 25.
That's amazing.
Having
Brimbone, what we got?
I am hesitant to say that I also got a 25, having rolled an on my die.
What?
Nice.
Oh, what is going on?
What's going on?
What is going
What's going on?
Keevan, what's going on?
This is weird.
Coincidence.
This is super weird. Coincidence indeed, because I got 11. Yeah,
11.
Whoa, that's trippy, dude. You got 11 after the 325s. Oh,
That number's a palindrome.
Let's break the. Let's break that. Oh, you beat one of my terrifying monsters. All right. So first up, it's either Rory, Havanax, or Brimbone. You got a preference?
Grim, you go first, mate.
No, I think Rory. I think I haven't actually go first because he's actually in the room, isn't he? We're
Okay.
Wait.
I'll take the first blow against Ryman's.
Okay, have an axe. You are the first to act. So you can see a broom streaking along the ground towards you, and you can see that a menu and a pile of pencils are flinging themselves murderously at Rory Bravori. What would you like to do? 3 actions.
So the broom's coming at me.
Yep.
I think, right, useful yet possibly aggressive household tool. And I sweep my huge greatsword out, and I take a... Yeah, and I just take a swipe. I take a swipe. They haven't made me that angry yet. So I took a swipe with my sword. That is 26.
So you draw your greatsword and you swing it at the broom. 26. That's going to be that's a critical hit on the broom.
That's a critical hit on the broom.
So you're going to be doing double. So add just double your damage dice.
Double my damage dice. Now, oddly, I'm running a D12. I'm struggling to find where the D12 is. So you never ever use these things. So here we go. That is So that is 9 points of damage to the
9
broom.
points of damage to the broom. You cleave the broom in half as it comes flying towards you, and it clatters to the floor, lying in bits.
I
and
tell you
ripples a
what,
bit.
that broom left me bristling. Fuck it. Right, and then how many action points have we got left?
You got 1.
1.
So you drew your sword and you attacked. So
Then
one action left.
I would like to. Can I dragon spit? It is a cantrip.
It is. Is it a 1 action? I have a feeling dragon spit is
I
a
think
2
it's
action.
going to be a 2.
No.
In that case, I use my last point to move up and engage the pencils and paper.
You move up to engage the pencils and paper. Terrifying. Rory.
Flash of Titans.
I would like to draw my sword and then take a slash at this menu coming towards my face.
All right.
Menu! It's an 18. That's a 26.
26.
Holy moly.
That's a critical hit on the menu.
So we hate stationary. I hate it with a passion.
Wow.
Right. So that's
I've never known you guys this good in combat.
I know, right? Against menus and pencils, we're fine. But it's against, I don't know, troll, and we're nothing.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 1d, 6, 12, plus 4, 8. So that's 20 points of damage on the menu.
Oh my goodness. You skewer the menu right through the specials. Jess, what's the house special today?
Spaghetti bolognese.
Spaghetti. You skewer it straight through the spaghetti bolognese.
That's a satisfying classic, that one.
It is, yeah. You've got to get the classics right in a restaurant.
I
And the menu
cut
falls.
it to spaghetti.
You cut it into little bits and you shred it and it falls to the ground.
Is it like that bit at the beginning of Dogtanian where you just go with the apple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got 1 action left, haven't I?
You got 1 action left.
All right, I'm going to swipe at the pencils.
You swipe at the pencil, so you got a penalty to this because you're attacking a second time.
-5, yeah?
-5.
All right, okay, that's 7, 16, 17. That's only a 12.
12 ain't gonna do it. The pencils deftly leap aside across the table and come back up in a battle formation, ready to engage. Brimbone, you are the next one to become aware of the ruckus going on upstairs.
Can I reach it with 1 movement?
It will take you 2 moves to get back up the stairs into the room.
Okay, then I do that, and I just, as I get into the room and I see the battle, I just want to lob a. Can I fire a crossbow?
You can load a crossbow because you won't have it. You don't carry a crossbow loaded around.
Yeah, no, I accept this. I accept this logic. I accept it. I see your rationale. As a DM, it's something I've said to my players before, but hearing it back to yourself as a player,
You're such a better player now that you GM. Like, I love everyone GMing because you suddenly are just like, yeah, all right, I guess I don't carry a loaded gun in my pants. Fine.
In which case, then I just go up there and I just go and just throw a dagger at the nearest pencil.
All right, you hurl a dagger at the nearest pencil. Roll me attack.
Ooh.
That sounds like a dead pencil, that reaction.
17?
17, that's a hit. You hit the pencil with your dagger, which is quite a good trick shot.
Yeah.
2 points of damage.
2 points damage. You hit one of the pencils.
Very impressive, mate. Very impressive. I've got a good eye, you have.
Keevan, are you there?
No.
He's at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm like, yeah.
So he
twirled
has
out.
no idea if you
I've
hit
got
or
amazing
not.
eyes. Do you not remember from the beginning? I've got amazing eyes.
He's just
see
very
everything.
He's just very supportive. He sees a shoulder. He goes, "I assume that's a hit,
Yeah.
my friend." As Brimbone just twirls that dagger out, it clacks off a pencil, and Brimbone, without looking to see if it hits, just turns to Uthgar and Rory and says,
Gentlemen, the sounds of your battle led me here.
Oh. Smash.
All right, I think we got the point.
Wangle, the prolific. It is your turn. So Jess, now we're in combat. In combat in Pathfinder, you can do 3 things in your run. So you have 3 actions. Anything really that you could think of doing is going to be an action. So if you want to draw a weapon, that is going to be an action. If you want to move, that's an action. If you want to attack, on the back of your sheet or on I've printed double-sided because I saved paper. You've got your spells, and they're different spells that you can cast. They take different numbers of actions based on what kind of spell it is. So that'll
Can
tell
I
you
do
how many.
cantrips as well?
You so cantrips, you can cast as many of those as you like in a day. There's no limit to them. The ones on the right-hand side, the spells, you can cast 3 times a day in any combination. But you've got 3 of those per day.
So it takes me 1 action to go upstairs.
Yep, because
And what's
Brimbone's
still
opened the
flying
hatch, so you can move up in 1 action.
Great. And what's left lying around? Just pencils.
So you've got pencil. There's a group of murderous pencils.
And I've got 2 actions left.
You've got 2 actions.
Then I'm going to use my Burning Hands spell
Tremendous.
and shoot a cone of flame that deals 2d6 damage.
Amazing. Okay, so
What-
you conjure up flames in your hand, and you just reach your hands out and cast this cone of flame across the pub table, where the pencils are trembling in fear from you. The pencils are going to try and make a reflex save, so they're going to try and jump out of the way of the fire as it comes towards them, which they fail to do. Too small, and they are engulfed in flames. So go ahead and roll 2d6 for me. So 2 6-sided dice.
First one's a 6.
Very good.
Yeah, boy! Second one's a 6.
Max damage.
Fuck you, pencils. Mine up.
For all those
The
crappy
pencils
art
are consumed in flames as you breathe out just gouts of fire from your hands across the table. You also set fire to several of the bar stools and the table itself, which sort of just sit there smouldering as you burn. I don't know how often you use this to clean the bar. There's now the smell of victory and the smell of burnt pencil hanging in the air, for you have defeated these particular pencils. And that is the end of the combat. You have killed all of your foes.
Havanax looks and nods approvingly at Smash Wangle. It's like, that's good. Yeah. Don't mess around with pencils. Nice.
Just a gentle smell of burning wood in the air. Like the pub's not in danger of just going up in smoke. But there's just a little flavour singy.
Well, that was weird. I'm assuming that that's not happened before, Smash Wangle.
No, I've never seen those objects were always there, the menu and the pencils and the broom. but it's almost as if they've been enchanted.
That's exactly right. Yes, I was going to say enchantments, right? Because there's no such thing as ghosts. So
is this
I
voice
think what
coming
we're dealing
up?
with here?
She's still
Yes,
downstairs.
yes.
This voice is just coming up from the trapdoor. Just
I've wandered in.
He's really bellowing.
He's
we
really-
hear him.
Oh yeah, that's
Shouty
exactly
gnome.
what I was going to say, guys. Right? Yeah, I'm just coming a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm back in the room. Hello, how you? All
I
right,
was back in the room, I see.
So yeah, that's right, back in the room. Enchantments. What we did. So we need to find out who's been placing these enchantments. And I'm going to assume it's some kind of a rival. That's what I say.
It's Brainbone's like just like pulling his face with his other hand, being like, it's obviously Derek. It's Derek. Don't
I
you
think
see?
you might be onto something
Baskin.
there.
It's Derek Baskin.
Yeah. Derek Baskin.
Smashwangle, that's a mighty powerful magic spell, Brimbone says with a trace of envy. I guess that's useful for last orders.
Yeah, Smashwangle's really laughing. She's probably going to get off of that one first.
I don't know what the real threat in the room is, if it's Smashwangle or.
I'm definitely less terrified of the broom.
As you wonder about this, and you wonder about whether it could be Derek, you hear a thump come from upstairs, and you think you hear somebody cry out in pain. And as you look up the stairs to wonder what that is where we are going to leave it for tonight. That is the end of this particular episode. Jess will still be with us next week when we continue the adventure, and we will find out what is going on in Smashwangle's pub, what is going on upstairs, and if it really is Derek behind all of it.
It definitely is.
See you next week, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Oh.